Ontario is starting to enter Stage 3 reopening as nearly 89% of all confirmed COVID-19 cases since January have been resolved. That's really good news indeed. How did we do on the market recovery in the past 2 months? I have 3 important market updates to share with you. Number 1, the job market. Canada lost around 3 million jobs from February to April. In May, we saw the biggest one-month job gain in Canada's history, with 290,000 jobs added back onto the market. In June, the economic recovery created almost 1 million jobs. You see, the job losses from the shutdown was faster and deeper than any recessions. But the recovery is also sharper than any other economic downturns. We are starting to see a little bit of that V-shaped recovery in the job market. And we do expect to see a stronger job market with the Stage 3 reopening. Number 2, the immigration levels. Before the virus hit, Canada typically welcomed around 25,000 to 35,000 immigrants every month. Unsurprisingly, the number fell to only 4,000 in April. In May, the number tripled to 11,000. This significantly higher number tells us that the immigration department is able to process more applications compared with the start of the pandemic, and our country's immigration system is beginning to normalize. We are still waiting for the June number, but given the number in May, plus the fact that more immigrants tend to complete their landing process during the summer, we should expect Canada's immigration levels to continue to rise in the coming months. Number 3, the real estate market. The total number of sales in June 2019 was 8,826. What about June 2020? 5,000? 6,000? It is actually 8,701. Only 1.4% down from June last year. That's an amazingly fast recovery. Wait a minute. Would that be panic selling because people couldn't afford to pay their mortgages? If that's the case, we should see prices come down. But we actually saw price growth in all major home types compared to June last year. The average price for detached home was up 10.8%. Semi-detached up 11.9%. Townhouse up 9.8%. Condo up 7%. Average prices can be somewhat misleading, but the percentages are in line with the trend that we have been seeing. Prices were gradually increasing since June last year, and especially so for the first 2.5 months this year. Then the pandemic hit. If you have been following my channel, we have done analysis from different angles, and you know that prices have been very stable throughout the pandemic. So overall, there is roughly a 10% price growth from June last year. How far are we from the original forecast from the beginning of the year? Before the pandemic, the Toronto Real Estate Board was forecasting 97,000 sales for 2020. With the strong handoff in June, the board is now revising the forecast to 80,000 sales. If we hit the target, it would represent only 8.8% decline in sales compared to 2019. That would be an amazing recovery given that sales volume was 50 to 70% down in March, April, and May. In terms of the average price, the original forecast was $900,000 in 2020. In fact, we have already gone above the $900,000 mark in June, with an average price of almost $931,000. Average prices are predicted to stay around or slightly above the $900,000 mark for the remainder of the year. Lots of good news today, and I hope to bring you more as we look forward to the Stage 3 reopening. If you want to stay on top of the market, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell now.